All right. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good evening, a good afternoon. Hello, Pretty in Pastels. Hello, Fancy Man. Hello, Beanie. And hello, Neville. Also, hi, Draconian. Welcome in. Literally fixing it as we speak. My guitarist is also being a dick. Oh, yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. He has a DistroKid Ultimate subscription. I assume that is some very fancy software for that kind of stuff. Which allows on-demand audio file swapping. Ah, I had a feeling it was some fancy audio software. I just got done with my core day at the gym. Ooh, I'm actually doing pretty good. Oh, how topical for Dare to come on as well. Cause guess what just got announced for a theatrical rerun 40 years later? That's right, a whole new generation gets to see Optimus Prime die on the big screen! Well, that is if they haven't already seen it. Fancy? That's me. Yeah, it is you. Yeah, so yeah, there's gonna be more Pokemon tonight. Of which, hopefully, well, not even hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be enough time to easily beat the Pokemon League, which is, yeah, all of the usual Pokemon League stuff, beat Nemona, and then also do the Great Crater of Paldea. So, let me also just get all of that set up. Alright. 1 second. Oh, hi, Maddie. Hi, babe. Alright, there we go. And then swap this to the active stream. Ooh, and it's already swapped. Perfect. Yeah, we're doing the Pokemon League in the Great Crater today. So you'll get to see Rika. How are you doing today? You feeling better after last night's migraine? I did see a little bit of what you put in event channel in another server. Yeah. So, hopefully with a little bit of this, it'll at least be like, okay, well I could at least relax with this. Hopefully. Let me just quickly wrap something up that I forgot to wrap up. I'm not in agony, at least. Well, that's good. Smash or spat past the Sprigatito line. Honestly, for me, it's probably just gonna be a pass. And it's not even like anything specific to the Sprigatito line, it's just... I just don't find anti-characters attractive in that way. Like, it's literally just a me thing. I forget, was there a door up that way? No, it was this pathway. I was about to say, because you've never mentioned anything furry related to me. No, I haven't. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't mention it because there's... I usually don't mention it because there's no real need to. Because it's like... While I don't like it, I know a lot of other people do, especially people that I am dating. And it's like, they like it, it's important to them, and all it really is for me is just a personal preference. Yeah, it's never come up. I've never seen a need to bring it up. Because, well, it's just a personal preference for me. That is it. That's it. It's why it's like whenever people's like shared like furry or anthro art with me, it's why you'll probably be more likely to see me respond more on the merits of the art itself rather than do I find the characters hot or something. I may have a Taco Bell party pack for myself. Hold on, hold on. You managed to get a middle ground? What in the fresh fuck did I just join into? I don't know. Oh my god, I just hear, one of those little... what was it? One of the little gimmigholes. Like, one of them is on here somewhere. I can hear him. There he is. There's the little fuck. Wish me luck. Taco Bell big party pack box of tacos, and I will eat them all. Ah, yes, the interview. Basically to test you on how much you actually paid attention. Like, literally, one of the questions here. Like, a bunch of these questions are just to tell you how much you're paying attention. My damn Slim Jim. I was not expecting you to read out my message verbatim. It's something I've picked up from RJ and Monia. I love how this game basically calls your ass out. Oh. Remember what I said about paying attention? Good example. Right there. It does exactly what Maddie says. It calls your ass out. There's 8. Also, hi Pizza Girl Trixie. Oh, you joined with Chaos. The name of the school. Naranja's orange, and that's scarlet. Uva is grape. That's purple. Violet. Yes. Aim to become a champion. What do you tend to do if and when you become a champion? Spanish plus Portuguese for grape. Yes. Which is why the academy here is called UVA Academy. Because it's literally based on Spain and Portugal. Which of the gyms did I find most difficult? Lavencia was, Iono, right? If I remember correctly. Because that's the one I actually had the most... Yes, it is. Alright. And the reason why is just because a little bit of team composition and a little bit of leveling. And, well, also the Levitate Mismagius with the Electric Terra type. What was the name of the gym leader you faced there? Iono. I do find it interesting about the actual mechanics of the quiz. Yeah. But do you remember which type of Pokemon they used? Electric. Yes. What was the category of the Pokemon you chose to be your first partner? It was actually the Fire Croc, because I do remember, because Fuecoco can evolve into Fire Ghost, a Skeledirge, which is why I chose it. I'm going to repeat a previous question. My autistic ass will not be able to remember any of this. Honestly, realistically, like, half of the quiz you can give just about any answer to, and you'll do well. It's mainly just the one gym. The one gym question, where it's like you have to answer, what is the town with the gym that gave you the most trouble, and then you have to answer who was the gym leader, and then their type. That is the one where you can easily just mess things up on. And then also, if you give one answer for why you want to be a champion, and then on the second time they ask the question, if you give a different answer, it is essentially going to be like, it can add up to being like, you can add up to an additional point towards losing the assessment. I failed this at first because I legit don't remember who I fought first. You know what's funny? It did not give me that question. Because, unless I just misread things... You should play Sea of Thieves again. Yeah. Yeah, some small Yeah, that'll do it. That would be why. Ah. Of course you would do that, Neville. So, let me see if I remember. So, if I remember, Rika's gonna be the first one up, and she's gonna be pure ground type. Which essentially means that Cloyster, Baxcalibur, Frostlass, and Sinistcha are actually gonna be my best bets. Which is actually a lot of variety. I have a lot of variety in how I wanna eventually tackle Rika. Which is say I probably want to do this first. Be either way. Who did you do first? Who was the hardest? Or who did you fight last? Yes. In my case, if it was the one I did first, it would have been the bug-type gym leader. If it was last, it would have been Grusha. And the game will remember for the first and last options. Yes, yes, this is actually one of the things that it does. Because you can see it log on your map that it's doing it. It will actually log which one you do in which order. Also, hi J-Bab, welcome in. Ah, yes, the Whiskash. Also love this E4 theme. Yeah. Well, at the very least, I know I can outspeed a Whiskash. It sounds like a remake of a previous Elite Four theme. I would not be surprised if it at least used the, what was it, the light motif of the Elite Four. Or just an E4 light motif. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage reduction. Like one iron defense with that high defense takes a super effective damage, and it's just like, nah, you're only gonna take 30 HP. Like, hot damn. Cloyster is tough. Oh, low battery. Well, this is why I always have the charging cable on hand. Wait, does this? Okay, so it doesn't always have this. That's fine. Oh yeah, I still need to finish off Fire Red and Leaf Green as well. I do. Doug Trio. Keep. Oh my god. That thing has such terrible defense. It got 2-shot. Holy Christ. Same, got sick towards the end and forgot to finish. For me, it was more so just like, I just never really... It's not so much... Hold on, let me just back up. For me, it was basically sort of just like... I just kind of like started looking at other games and that was it. Arena Trap plus Sucker Punch is a beach. As a revenge killer for a reason. Ah, Clodsire. Well, I know Clodsire, if I remember, is a physical attacker, so... Okay, I want to know... I want to look at the levels again. How is it that Cloyster of all Pokemon is outspeeding everything on Rika's team? How? Magic. Clodsire? Okay, Clodsire I can get. Because, like, that speed of, like, 38. You know, I'm gonna turn my up just a bit. Cloyster avoided the attack. It did outspeed the... Eh? Oh, right. Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting. Clodsire has water absorb. I wasn't reading. I was looking at chat. You're right, it did outspeed, it just set up Sandstorm. At the very least, with doing a Terra Water, it does remove any potential weakness that the Clodsire could capitalize on with ice. Oh, just barely. Oh well. Honestly, it really doesn't matter which Pokemon. Everything can outspeed. Everything can outspeed the Clodsire. Unless it uses a priority move. Applaud the Claude. Yes. And then for the next Elite Four, if I remember, it was Poppy, the Steel type one. How are you, Soaps? Everything okay? Yeah, everything looks good. So yes, I watched the Amazing Digital Circus before GTA 6. Ground Steel Flying Dragon. Ah, so basically Annihilate can just, sweep the next two. Got it. Yeah, because, like, that's what I remember. Oh, wait, actually, correction. No. Annihilate cannot sweep the next two. Annihilate can sweep one, but then the other ice types will sweep the other. That is correct. Reason I mixed that up is because the flying type Elite Four is Larry. Ooh, steel types. Oh my god, it's fucking hot today. Will either go very well or directly to hell. It was nearly 36 Celsius here. Holy Christ, that's hot. If Annihilate goes down, we might be in trouble. Yeah. Oh, actually, there is two Pokemon I can also use. There's also Chandelure. I can use Chandelure as a backup. As, like, in case of emergency, press Chandelure. Let me just continue healing up. I should actually give Chandelure a better item as well. Oh, what's a better item to give Chandelure? Maybe heavy-duty boots? Actually, yeah, probably heavy-duty boots then. Or Shell Bell. Because that way then, if they do set up any traps, then I can easily swap in Chandelure without needing to worry about the traps. Like, yeah. I read that as the R words. Wait, which R word? Oh, wait, never. I see. I see. Yeah. That is a weird thing to... that's like a weird thing to realize that she just, like, mistook it for. Dyslexia is a bitch, yes. Go, Raja! Smush him! Well. There is one bonus to annihilate with this. That's a super effective hit with... That's against one bulk up. Well, that's still full health again. That's why I was worried. Yep. It's also why I just immediately did a bulk up, because it boosts attack and defense. I mean, don't tell me you see it too. After you mentioned it, I do. Oh my god, look how little damage it did! Oh my god, this bird is gonna get fucked up. Well, I crit too, apparently. Need I say more about Annihilate's balance? Bronzong is probably the most... is probably the one where it's going to be... Actually, no. It has the potential to be the most problematic. But... yeah. This is a good example of why Annihilate is banned in competitive play. Okay, even if I take damage, that just fuels Rage Fist. I had a feeling it was going to be sturdy. I would rather save the PP on Drain Punch. Anyway, anything you guys want to talk about? You might be a little overpowered for this. Honestly, it's hard to say. Oh my god, printing pastels for the 500 bits! Thank you so much! Mostly, I just had my head in deadlock. That game is too much fun. Okay, I know she's gonna terrestrialize into steel. So I can just do a Drain Punch. The question here is, does Annihilate outspeed Tinkaton? And because I didn't terrestrialize, I don't know that. But I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does. Your dress is ridiculous. You have a goat head. I don't even know who the characters are that say that, but yeah. Yeah, this is just the expected Annihilate sweep. I wanted to take revenge on you, Rika. Wait, what do you mean revenge on Rika? Yep, there it is. Revenge for. I haven't had to do this in a long time. Oh my god, I actually fell for that one again. Like I did on the first playthrough. Oh, hi, Larry. Yes, Larry is back. You know what? I have a few options for how I can take this on. Because theoretically, so long as there isn't too much anti-ice on on Larry's team, move-wise, I should be able to deal with a good chunk of his team. And if any of them are... I should have other options. Tropius. Oh, well that's all... Oh my god, it's gonna take quad damage from Blizzard. I'm gonna set up the Snowscape first, just to get the additional accuracy. Oh my god, you bitch. Bruh. The downside of having a fast Pokemon against this. Against, say, Weather Setters. Yup. However, now he has nowhere to run. He has nowhere to run now. Can't hide behind your sunny day all day. Altaria. Oh, gee, I wonder if this is another quad weak to ice. Gee, who could have seen that coming? This is why I had this moveset on Frostlass, because it's just sweep after sweep, and I don't even need to do any actual attack, special attack boosting. Just let me see, what Oricorio is this? Electric. I think that's electric. But it doesn't matter. I can just do that. Flamigo. God, I wish it wasn't Champions. Okay, well, I guess this is just another win. You see, this is why speed is such an important stat in Pokemon. Because if you can just outspeed your opponent, you can just do this. There are some nuances, in particular if you really want to use a Go Second type of Pokemon, but... What's the point of lurking? Lurking essentially gives you the view without really needing to continue to interact. So, it's like... Yeah. Although, Twitch will eventually go... Alright, well we're not going to count the view anymore, so you do need to interact. But generally, lurking is also welcome because it does boost, like, the average viewer count as well. Joke's on them, I'm talking anyway. Alright, well, Hassle is also one of those ones where it's just like, I do have like a bunch of options for dealing with this team. So it's like, I have options. And one of the other options is also to just continue to try and sweep with Frostlass. Or even just use any of the other ones. Which, what I might actually end up doing... Because I know Dragon types are actually very strong, I probably want to come at this a little bit smarter than I otherwise normally would. I'm probably going to open with Cloyster because of the higher defense. And then... let's restore that PP. And then I'm also going to keep Baxcalibur in reserve. Baxcalibur is essentially the Break Glass in case of emergency Pokemon for Hassle here. And I forgot to swap over to Cloyster. Never mind. Alright, new plan. Snowscape with Frostlass. Try to sweep as many as I can. Then lead into Cloyster. Facts are everything has gone wrong, Mon. Yes. Okay, so I'm probably gonna get outsped by Noivern here. I did get outsped. I know for a fact I can take another Dragon Pulse. And in return, I can hit a Noivern. Or Frostlass can use its ability to increase evasion. Effectively, I can sweep as many of his Pokemon as I need to with Frostlass. Essentially, the goal of what I want to do is I want to clear as many out with Frostlass beforehand before being forced to use any of the other Pokemon. That is essentially the goal here. I just noticed I'm like halfway done with this box of tacos already. Oh my god. Oh my god, Dragalge actually survived a blizzard. Holy Christ. What? Oh, that thing has, like, really high special defense, doesn't it? The reason I'm using Shadow Ball, I don't want to dip into the PT for Blizzard just yet. Black hole. It's a wall of a dragon. Yes. Let's see. Can I outspeed the apple? Yes, I can. Okay, here's the better question. Do I match fire with fire? Actually, I don't. Because I know it's also an ice type and it will get the, I know it will get the bonus, even if it is turned into dragon only. I know ice type and the snow will get the physical defense boost. So keeping the Frostless is probably the best bet. Because it will bypass that high physical defense. And because it's Mono Dragon, it will take that full super effective damage. Holy Christ, it actually survived the blizzard. It actually survived Terra boosted blizzard. Holy Christ. Yep, he's pissed. Alright, so I just need something that will outspeed Baxcalibur. I just need something to outspeed it. Like Annihilate. No use letting this drag on. Icicle Crash. Ooh. 85 power, 90 accuracy. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. And then I'm gonna regret it when it misses. On the one time it needs to hit, I'm gonna regret it when it misses. Because that's how this usually works. The mighty dragon has been felled. If you can believe it, that's actually the hard part. Because all these four, individually, they're actually stronger than Gita. I'm still trying to figure out the child. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just say the Paldean League is very... It's very inclusive. Especially considering that child is no slouch when it comes to Pokemon battling. Castle just like Clark crying tears of joy. To be fair, Tate and Lisa were both the youngest in their league. Yep. Well, so since I know the next one is going to be opening with Go-Goat. Oh my god, Hassel just interrupting Larry. Larry's just like, good luck out there, Hassel. Even a baby dragon can breathe fire. Poor Larry. Alright, so how do I want to have this all set up? Yeah. So I was watching a FNAF quiz and decided to torture my friend with it, and it turns out he didn't know Pokemon Smash and Passes exist. Well, damn. Ah yes, to pass, all you need to do is win. Yeah. Like, that's gonna be a challenge. I am utterly incapable of holding back. Says the woman who has a King Gambit at slot 3 in her team, when the King Gambit should be at slot 6. How nobody beat her team, I have no idea. In the lore. Like, probably the weakest champion in the series. Yes, I'm counting blue. Oh yeah, no, I forgot. She doesn't open with the goat. She opens with the Espathra. This little shit. She opens with this shit. Unfortunately for the little shit, I outspeed it. Even though Neckbeard say her team comp is considered the worst. That's the thing, her team comp is like... It's not bad, per se, it's just... It's not as good as it could have been. There's some good and bad in there. You just need to remove like I think it's like one or two Pokemon you really just need to swap out. And then just change the order of the team. Oh my god, it's not even like slot 3, it's slot 2. Oh my, oh, you made it think yes, I did. Oh, also, I just noticed the 30-minute timer as well. You know what? I can afford a bulk up. As I said, I can afford a bulk up. Oh my god. Also, with this, I did get some additional audio from a friend on this, so there may or may not be a little bit of extra audio you'll hear with this. Go-Goat. Honestly, it doesn't really matter which one I use, but I'm actually gonna swap here. I'm gonna use Frostlass for the Snowscape and the defense boosting. I'm still trying to figure out what Jesus Christ has to do with Pomni, though. You know what? Fair. Well, I know one thing. The bulk up is not going to help it defensively. Alright, well, it's still going down the next turn. That much I know. Oh, go goat, my beloved. Heh, bulk up. Yes! Avalug. Oh, wait, never mind. You know what? I just realized something. I forgot she had Avalug, and I laid down a Snowscape. Chat, can anybody tell me what it is I just did there without thinking? Yes, I buffed it with a physical defense. However, I did just debuff it with a Will-O-Wisp. Because I wasn't sure if I was gonna hit it, one-shot kill it. I wasn't sure. Veluza. You know what? Sinistcha. Chandelure is strong, but I don't trust it to be strong against the Veluza. Just given that it's a water type. Yeah, I read that. Well, actually, I kind of didn't. I read the fact that it would move first. Am I gonna watch the Amazing Digital Circus panel in theaters? Maybe. Mayhaps. Oh, now this is a tough one. Is it gonna be the Rock-type Terra, or is it gonna be a Poison-type Terra? Ooh. Was it Rock or Poison? For Glamora. Veluza speak can be insane. I must remember that thing chasing me down. Yes. Yes. It will absolutely chase you down. Like, that thing is a torpedo in the world. It is a torpedo. If it is Rock, I do actually still have Cloyster that I can fall back on. As such, I'm gonna save the Terra. As much as I probably should Terrastalize here and now, I'm gonna save it just because it is a poison type, and it will have poison moves. Like, it's not even a question. She's gonna go for a poison move. See? Oh, I forgot. Ghost also does it actually nullifies a bit of Crass's weakness to snow. Or not snow, but poison. Ha! So it doesn't even matter. I already got my Ticks Eats ticket. Oh, that's powerful, yeah. But at the same point, literally, if it wasn't for the Big Root and Machagacha for Sinistcha, I actually would have lost Sinistcha there. I actually would have lost it. But yeah, that's how you beat Gita without losing a single Pokemon. Not like it's hard. Like, genuinely. That's not hard. And this is like only like 2 or 3 levels above her on certain Pokemon. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. It's just like... I had stuff there that was annoying me. And he's like, it is annoying to just feel like you have to constantly, like, sniffle. And it's just like, yeah. Yeah, Gita's very likely the easiest champion in the series. Granted, unlike other champions, she isn't the final boss, but still, that is true. For most other champions, they are the final boss of their games. Gita is not. There is still the real final boss, way down in the great crater of Paldea. And then if we want to count the DLCs, there's still the final boss. With, like, the only exception being Alder and Black and White 1. Yeah. Let's you and me be best rivals for life. Oh yeah, and then not only that, is Gita not only not the final boss of the series, not of like the Gen 9 series, she's also not even the final boss of the Pokemon League story. That's Nimona. Like, she's not even like the final boss. Like, Gita is not the final boss in the Pokemon League story for Gen 9 here, like Scarlet and Violet. The Pokemon League story ends when you fight Nimona here. Because all of these stories, they end when you fight your respective rival of the story. Or rather, friend. Area Zero soon. OMG, I'm so glad I hopped in today. Yes, and you'll actually get to see it at, like, Switch to 60 FPS as well. Because that's what I'm playing this on. So who's the final boss of Pokemon? Of this particular game? Ooh. Yeah, that's a secret. The final boss of the main story before the DLCs, you'll get to see in a bit later. Because all 3 of these stories eventually converge into one, the final boss of the series. There is no real final boss of the series, because each game is pretty much self-contained. Unless... isn't it? You know what? Fair point. Honestly, I would contend that the real final boss is like Creatures Inc. Like, the people who are actually the head of, like, the entire Pokemon brand globally. Alright, so let me see if I can remember Nimona's team. she's pretty much always started off with Lichen Rock. True final boss is the Scalpers, yes. So she's always going to start off with Lichen Rock. I have two options I can use. And one of them is a guaranteed victory. Actually, no. Both are just a guaranteed victory. It doesn't matter. Also, we would really like some voice acting here. Game Freak, please? Please? Maybe? Gimme? Voice acting? I don't know who the current world champ is. I've not had the chance to keep up with the VGC. Yeah. I know she has the Pika clone in her team. I can't spell its name. Yeah, Palmot. So, it's Palmot, and because I chose Toy Coco, she's gonna have Masquerada. And then I know there's Lichen Rock, so it's 3 already right there. I'm trying to remember the other 3. Yup, Lichen Rock. Literally, she always opens with Lichen Rock. She always opens with Lichen Rock. Always. She always has her actual partner, Tauros. Oh, right! Tauros, the Paldean Tauros. Ah, yes! Such a powerful drill run. Much pain. And it does like 36 damage. Yeah, and the Paldean Tauros is always the one that's pretty much like region specific. Or not region specific, game specific. It's like the game exclusive variant. You know what? I'm just gonna use the Rage Fist because Rage Fist is probably the most likely to KO. Yep, it was. The Dunsparce. I don't even need to change a thing. 1, it's slow. 2, it's normal type. You know, I'm noticing a pattern here. And apparently she chooses a lot of Pokemon that are weak to fighting types. Palmeline is so cute. I have a shiny one. Gudra. Annihilate sweep. Yes. Oh, you should have seen it earlier. Annihilate just did a sweep on Poppy. Like, just Annihilate sweep. And it's not even the first time it's sweeped an entire team either. Like, if you know how to set up Annihilate, it's just absolute sweep. You know what? I am going to use Baxcalibur properly for the first time. Could I have swept with Annihilate? And just absolutely decimated her with a Rage Fist? Yes. But I want to be a little extra. I want to be a little extra. I deserve it. Watch as the very thing I said earlier when I selected Icicle Crash is gonna come back and bite me in the ass. Watch. Watch as Icicle Crash misses. Watch as it misses. I'm calling it. It's gonna miss. If it doesn't, I'm still gonna be happy. But... okay, so it actually hit. Alright, well, bye, car. She chose her attacking type based off of the dragon type. Okay, with this team setup, Nemona was actually it was actually a bit easier than Gita. Just a smidge. Bonus charged. Yeah. And there's one reason for it, and that was Annihilate. Yes! That has literally been my experience too. The Sandwich Boy. The Sandwich Man is the strongest of the three. Yup. The Goku syndrome right there. She's literally Goku. What do you mean the chef is kicking my ass? Arvin was so fucking difficult compared to the other ones. Yes. And here's the funny thing with this playthrough. Penny ended up being the most difficult of the rivals here. And it was solely because of Sylveon. Solely because of Sylveon. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, J-Bab. Hope you're doing well. I honestly suspected Arvin or Penny was going to be a thorn in your side this run. Yeah. It was definitely Penny because of Sylveon. Because it's like, I don't have anything to realistically deal with the Sylveon. Even if I keep Cloyster with Poison Jab, it's like, I still get better coverage because of Rock Blast. Also, just more damage in general. But it was easy because, whatever, my Golden Go. Yes. Golden Go is another one of those Pokemon that is just busted as hell. Penny is usually the easiest, and then Arvin just comes in with that steel chair. Yes. Oh, welcome in, Archmages. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so if that's up there, then I just need to go... yeah. Medali. Alright, time for mindfuckery. Exactly. Hey, there's the chef. Area Zero is apparently where Maridon was born, or something like that. The best boy, yes. My favorite flavor of blood. Ooh, that's a tough one. Either the kind from other blueberries, or the kind that's from other fat folk. The Ass of Ming. Is O negative the universal donor? Yes, it is. I'm more of a breast milk person when it comes to drinking stuff from people. Thank you, I generally cannot remember if it's O positive or O negative. Yeah. And then AB positive is like the universal receiver. Like, for AB positive, you can just receive any other blood type. Like, it doesn't matter what they give you. Your body will just, alright, it's blood, we're good. Well, now the lights are on. Yep, indeed. Why? Oh, Penny. Penny was the only one smart enough to turn the lights on. I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. AB positive be like, fuck it, it's blood. I can work with this. Yup. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag. Yep, there's our Goku mind again. Do you like battling? You talk, like, way too much. I talk too much. Yep. Nimona does talk too much. You don't. You don't, Pizza Girl Trixie, you don't. Also, welcome in, Berry Juicer. Thank you for the belly rubs. Ah, Professor Turo. My dad. Probably. Your first hint as to what the hell is going on down in Area Zero. Got my soup in the microwave. Rah! Cook faster, faster. Hold on, I can wait for like a minute so you can maybe get the microwave, the soup. Before like activating that cutscene. Like, are they not on good terms? Honestly, I could fuck up wins right now. It's done. Ooh, heck yeah. Right, where will... oh right, I think the teleporter actually comes up right here. But yeah, you can kind of see what I mean by it's like, this is on the Switch too. Look at all that 60 FPS goodness. Okay, so what's new? Wait, what's new? This game. If by new you mean it came out in 2022, then yes. It's new-ish. It just has a Switch 2 patch. The soup is just loaded potato from a can. Oh. Cause, oh yeah, so the Pokemon Violet here, it's a Switch 1 game that got a Switch 2 patch. Let me also double check the dates. Yes, I actually did have my years correct. November 2022. From the tail end of COVID. Honestly, same. Sometimes I forget that too. Like, I distinctively remember buying a Switch 1 ordered off of Amazon right at the beginning of COVID. Or right near the beginning of COVID. Buying a bunch of Switch 1 games, and then later in 2019, buying no, not in 2019. Later, I think, I don't remember what year, what time it was, but I bought Sword and Shield. Later was it too. No, correction. I bought it December 2019 on Amazon with Sword and Shield. Oh my god. I bought it at the beginning of COVID, and then I picked up Scarlet and Violet at the tail end of COVID, 3 years later. And then, lo and behold, Scarlet and Violet is the game that eventually got Game Freak enough leverage to go, okay, maybe we need to really slow down the cadence of release cycles. Because we can't release these as quickly as we used to. We'll have a 5-year gap for the first time in a hot minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and because this is like an in-engine rendered cutscene as well, this also gets the benefit of the higher resolution and frame rate boost, which honestly is really nice. Also, look at this. Area 0 in a playable frame rate. Ah, there you go. Ooh, there is some things that I should probably also double check. Alright, so there's a couple other things I probably do need to, edit with the Stream Deck multi-actions then. Let me just re-enable that, and then there. Oh yeah, where's the student council girl? Oh yeah, welcome to Area 0. Of course, she just went off and just like ran off and looked at all the Pokemon. That was her first instinct. I guess your ability would be own tempo, huh? Smooth sailing. The entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks. All of which are in labs, pretty much going on the way down. Do you ever get heightened emotions in watching a show? Actually I think I have. I Miss Music ADHD, Area 0, and Kitakami are the best themes in this game. They are. And the fun part is, Area 0, the theme there, done by Toby Fox. Yes, that Toby Fox. Headcanon, Nomona decided to steal Slitherwing while around. Yep, she probably did. Oh, it's always nice to actually be able to play in Area 0 with a playable frame rate. I got jump scared. Wait, what did you get jump scared by? I was fixing the album. The fucking Area 0 music kicked in. I was locked in. You know what? I'm not even surprised. Honestly, this song just does a really good job of being something that's just like, this is just a weird spot that is just familiar yet mystical. I could have just slid on down the slope, but this song is deliciously haunting. Yes. Oh yeah, what were they called? Radish stations? Radish nations? Research stations. Oh, there you go. I am become a big old ball of juice again. I dreamed to compose something so eerie and sinister. Glimora. Oh my god, back to the base follow again. She becomes the round. Little guy. Plot twist, I'm Jax from Digital Circus. God, that guitar, yes. Penny's all like patronizing much. The synths and the drums, everything. God, it reminds me of how in the anime, some gal just has a spring tail. Yes, yes. One of the explorers in the Horizons anime, they follow the main group down into Area Zero, chasing after a lead for an Entei that was tied to like the main plot of the anime, and then the girl, she just catches a scream tail and it matches her energy so well. Like her whole energy is kind of just like smug, pink, loud, short fuse. If she doesn't get her way, she will let her gladly use self-destruct. Literally, like, the context is they just kind of, like, kept running into that scream tail. And then she eventually was just like, "Will you shut up? Alright." And then she just throws a Pokeball at it, just out of sheer anger. This facility was constructed 87 years ago. 87? Let's disable the first lock on the lab using the control panel. Was that the bite of 87? And then you can also find a bunch of journals left here by Professor Turo. That's oddly specific. Yep. Thanks to a prototype Terror Orb, I secured corporate funding. With this energy crystallization is linked to the being we call... Yeah, it's basically detailing Terapagos with that second one. Yes, so for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, one of the ways they do version exclusive Pokemon is they have Paradox Pokemon, which are essentially either Pokemon from the distant future or from the distant past that have come in to the present. And a Screamtail is a Pokemon from the distant past. It's a Paradox Pokemon from the distant past. How are they able to come to the present? Well, I'll explain that a bit later. You can kind of think of it as a megafauna version of Jigglypuff. Yes. Pretty much all of the past and the Paradox Pokemon for the past and future, they are all variants of currently existing Pokemon. Of which it is essentially just a megafauna version of a Jigglypuff. Of which I think it's this research station where it's either this research station or the next one where we're going to be able to see and encounter our first Paradox Pokemon. So as I was saying earlier, the Amazing Dual Circus heightened my emotions, but I think I'm starting to cool down now. Oh. Yeah, perfectly understandable. Nimona? Needing a breather? Damn. Wasn't expecting that. Ah, yes, I was correct. This is our first Paradox Pokemon. A future Paradox Pokemon of Delibird. Behold, the Goober. And if memory serves, for a point, this little Goober, I think he actually got banned in competitive Pokemon. For at least a little bit at the beginning of the Scarlet and Violet season. Did he not? Okay, so I'm probably remembering it correctly. Because, like, a couple of Pokemon, like a couple of the Paradox Pokemon actually got banned in competitive Pokemon. Oh, he's still banned. Why am I not surprised? So if he's still banned, does that mean Flutter Mane is still banned to this day? He's only gotten better with age. Ah, so he's aged like fine wine. He's gone from like fine wine to finer wine. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure Fluttermane is still banned to this day, right? Like, I know that thing is broken as shit. Like, a bunch of the Paradox Pokemon are broken to hell and back. I'm gonna quote one of the OU/Ubers managers from Smogon. In what world can we release Fluttermane from Ubers? Exactly. Exactly. Keep it contained to Ubers. Let me also just do a quick demonstration on why Fluttermane is kind of confined to Ubers. It is a Ghost and Fairy type Pokemon, so it can quite literally hit everything for neutral. That alone isn't game breaking. But special attack, special defense, and speed are both 135 points at base. You do not even need to touch speed. You just need to boost. You literally just need to boost its special attack and special defense, and it becomes an absolute monster. So it has really good offensive typing, and it has insane stats. As if that's not enough, it actually gets access to some very powerful moves and a very wide move pool. Like, this thing can honestly take on just about anything it wants. Within reason. And not only that, but it can learn fake tears. So it's like, if you really wanted to do the whole damage thing, you can just debuff their defense stats, special defense stats, and bam, they're taking insane damage. And this is on top of the fact that you gain access to Ghost, Rock, Dark, Electric, Grass, Normal, Fairy, Psychic, Ice, and Fire type damage moves. You can build this thing insane. You can build that thing insanely powerful. You have options. You have options. Oh yeah, and did I mention it can also learn Calm Mind? Which is just... it's literally just like these special attack and special defense version of Bulk Up. Among other powerful status and support moves it gets. Moves such as, say, Imprison, or Substitute, or Trick Room. I'm still upset Mimikyu's ability got nerfed. I don't know if they ever changed it back. Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of abilities that actually got nerfed, they actually nerfed Unseen Fist for champions. Basically, it will only pierce 25% of the damage it would otherwise do to a Pokemon on Protect. Essentially nerfing Urshifu massively. Hold on, wait, what was the ability before the nerf? Also, yep. The professor got a working time machine going. Basically had a whole slew of extra protections, many of which got cut in Gen 9 onward. Well, damn. I wonder if Mega Halucha got nerfed in Champions, because that thing can give its ability to other mons with a one-hit KO move in doubles as a Vile combo. I'm pretty sure it did not get nerfed. It's either it didn't get nerfed, or people just haven't seen the ability. Let me look at Halucha then. Okay, so Mega Halucha is not currently available in Champions. So we'll have to wait and see what its ability is. I don't like human beings, they disgust me. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. Have at you! It's a knowledge check. Honestly, not surprised. Die, a monster! You don't belong in this world. Well, hey, at least somebody caught on to the, to what I was doing. I need to play more Dracula in Dead by Daylight. I need to play more Dead by Daylight in general, to be fair. Dead by Daylight is also why I've kind of been like, you know what? Castlevania Dracula's cool. Oh, have you encountered any shinies yet? I like 2, I think. Let me pull up my boxes just to show you. So there is a Lechonk. Like a legit shiny Chonk. This was the first shiny I ever found. And it was all the way back on Route 1. The kind of Route 1, but yeah, it was like way back in the tutorial area. And then a shiny little Shinx. Absolute luck. Yes, yes, this sucker I caught in the first stream. Literally in the first stream. You can go back and look at the first stream VOD for Pokemon Violet here, and you can literally see me catch this little fucker. I think that's it for shinies? Yeah, that was it for shinies. If there were any others that had spawned, I probably would have missed them. But I know for a fact it's none of the larger, more visible Pokemon. I tried the Target exclusive Pokemon Pop-Tites, they were alright. Oh, look! It's an Iron Treads. Yep. One of those Paradox Pokemon actually broke containment of the Great Crater of Paldea. The same species as what we ran into back in the desert. Exactly. Fire Fang. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Herba Mystica came from down here. Very likely. Well, actually, not even very likely. It did. It's not like the oh-so-brilliant Professor Turo ever messes up. Robont. Yes. Robots. Robots from the future. Yep. Ellen Nimona. I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off future vibes. Even its name sounds future-y. You still remember that from way back? What do you think of the Tim Burton version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Honestly, it's one of those ones where it's like, I love it from a visual standpoint. There are parts that I like about it and how it can at times feel a bit closer to like the intention of the book as an adaptation. I think the part where it's just like, it just feels weird is the whole Christopher Lee part of the story. That one always felt like out of place. It felt like a different story that they were bringing in to this story. That one was always weird to me. Otherwise, it's like genuinely like a pretty decent movie. And honestly, it can be a bit of a visual treat. Because it's like the aesthetics of the movie, of the '05 one, is honestly amazing. Holy shit, this girl is dense. Yes, Nimona is not one for being smart. I actually prefer Tim Burton's overall. The original is great, but Burton's kind of scratches that itch. Honestly, same. I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact a futuristic form of Cyclizar. Well, that answers that question. Nimona may be silly. She may have a one-track mind. You mean there's another one around here somewhere? Yes, there is. Indeed. Gee, I wonder why they would mention the whole heartwarming family reunion. In no way is this a potential Chekhov's gun. It's not even Chekhov's gun, it's Chekhov's megaphone. You know what? You're right. It may as well just be Chekhov's megaphone. I'm pretty much like always keeping an eye out for potential shiny. But also with like the Tim Burton version for the '05, for like the movie, I actually did prefer the Tim Burton version over the '71 as well. Also find it interesting that the kid who played Mike TV in the Burton version also played Toby in the Burton version, Sweeney Todd. Oh, damn. One slip and we can kiss our short lives goodbye. Ever the optimist, Penny. Maybe there is treasure down here like the stories say. Well, the crystals are the treasure, pretty much. And that one Terapagos that's sitting way down in one of the caverns. That's way deep in there. Is it bad that I haven't been paying attention to the story? Honestly, I can't really blame you, because it's like... the game kind of just does need voice acting, so... well, it's not so much that it needs it, but it could do with voice acting. I'm just more focused on talking with you than anything. Honestly, fair. I've kind of haven't been reading as much as I could, just because of I've been talking with y'all. So it's like my attention has just been like looking at chat as well. You know, I think I do have in my main playthrough, my main save, there is a... I think I do have like a 3-segmented on sparse. Hold on. What kind of cat girl are we talking about? Like Kimono Mimi? I think that's how you say that? I haven't seen the word too much. Yeah. Ah. What about cat girls? Oh, Pizza Girl Trixie was like, read this if you want to become a cat girl. And then it's like, well, that depends. Are we talking about like Kimono Mimi? Because then it's like, you know what? I would be fine with that. I think I'm more so just like thinking Kimono Mimi just because it's like, that's the more broad term for just the idea of just like, you look human, but you have a couple of the, like you have the animal ears and maybe a tail, and then that's about it. It's like, I'm sorry. Hello, children. Oh, he's glitching out. Let's see what the books say. AI, when you ask it to repeat itself 50 times. I need more people, more time. That woman walked out not long after the boy was born. Yep. We even brought in a second Miraidon via the machine, though this one has proved aggressive. Yeah, remember Chekhov's megaphone? Even Arvin knows. Like, Arvin's already figured out that's not what that was. Arvin figured it out. No doubt Penny also has a solid idea of what the hell was going on there. Oh, I gotta go. Okay, catch you later, Pizza Girl Trixie. Bye-bye. You have yourself a good evening. Oh, right, I think I just took a... Yeah. I was supposed to go left. Not right. Let me see. Yeah, there's like still been like no extra shiny Pokemon. And the Switch 2 is actually able to render more Pokemon on screen. I think it's like up to 30. And it's all further out too. So it's like in a weird way that actually just increases your general shiny odds. Because you're just able to spawn in a lot more Pokemon. Well, there's our doorway. That's the lab. It's encased in a crystal. Well, I wouldn't say that this is the deepest part of Area Zero. Because, as one of the DLCs showcases, there's actually an even deeper part of Area Zero. That actually lies beyond this research base. The best final boss in any Pokemon game. Oh, yes. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. This is the boss where it's like, it is the most likely to give me issues. Just because of, like, sheer power of the Pokemon involved. And a couple with the typings. The professor implied something important about Terror Orbs just now. They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they? Yep, that's what the journals also said. also just do a quick double check. So fire and poison, ice and water, fighting electric, dark flying, rock electric, fairy fighting. Yep, most likely. This is gonna be the most likely to give me issues. Fix the help. He wanted to use AI! Fuck that man. Fuck. Boo! Fuck him. We do not stand AI users in this household. We do not. I'm the goat. I am just built better. Why use AI when you can just do it yourself? Like, it's the unironic... It is the unironic, like, Homelander meme of, like, I am better than you. I am better! Like, it's like, unironically that, whenever there's, like, an AI user that comes and is just like... But AI can be good with this. Like, no. If it's generative anything that would touch a creative output, even like, especially for like the final creative output, is no. Doubly so if it's meant to be the concept art. It's one of those things where I understand where some people might go like, okay, well, we can have the AI draft up concept art. But on the other hand, there's also, but the concept art drives all of your creative choices. Why would you outsource all of your creative thinking to the AI to create the concept art? Where concept art is also the most fun you're gonna have with creating the art, because you just literally throw ideas at the wall and see what sticks. Nev just pulling a Homelander. I am better! Hi, yes, hello, I prefer to not outsource my brain and writing abilities to literal garbage data. Yes. Yeah, and then we're gonna get a first taste of, exactly what the hell went on. Starlit Sky's new album, Backpack Full of Acid, drops June 5th to all streaming services. There's a reason I say I have limited sympathy for people in AI psychosis. Buy my boyfriend's album. Yes. Again? Game Freak? Voice acting? Eh? Maybe? Really? I actually didn't even notice it. I think I wasn't even really paying attention. Okay, even Penny's picked up on this. There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl. Oh my god, Nemona's dense. She's as dense as rock. No, she's denser than rock. She's as dense as tungsten. Poor thing's terrified. Even Arvin picks up on it. Like, the other Pokemon's giving off some real bad vibes. Like, you mean from inside the gate we just unlocked? So, I'm pretty sure for Iron Hands I can use Frostlass on account of Psychic. She's a bimbo. She's a battle bimbo. Like, instead of just being like the normal bimbo who likes sex and all that, she is the type to be like, I like battling. She is horny for battles, yes. She's a boxing bimbo. Yes. Or we'll be Herbo at this point. Yeah. Ow! Okay. That one actually knows Iron Head. Maybe. It has been a while. Probably been a while since you explained it. Bimbo, Herbo, strong, dumb, and kind. Him, bim, bimbo, dumb and hot. You know what? This is a good time to test my theory. Psychic. Psychic should actually work really well. Yeah. I'm a slut. A juice slut. Yes. Yes, you are, Juice Keg. But so is Sophia. God damn it, I am. It doesn't affect Frostlass. Ha ha. Yes. Yeah, she's been absolutely swamped with kittens and cats. They are only now adults for reference. If I remember, this was a Darkened Dragon. Was it not? Cars, my favorite animal. Yes, Darkened Dragon. Oh, wait, flying. Dark and flying. Well, regardless, it's still the same weakness to ice. I'm going to get you now. This Canadian is so fucking funny, it makes you want to merge without looking. Of course you'd emerge without looking, Juice Keg. I mean, you can't even control where you're going, so other people are rolling you. So you'll merge because of them rolling you into being merged. Great, now I'm hangry for pasta. I spilled my pasta because of that. The Juice Keg spilled his pasta. Also, hopefully it's not too much to clean up. We Gucci. Oh look, it's the professor. It was like one noodle. Deactivating sleep mode. You know, that sounds like something a robot would say. I was almost finished. Ah, the other Miraidon. You know, I can actually kind of see the darker coloring. Your Miraidon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. Fuck! I didn't listen! Let me guess, you spilled more pasta. I am not the true Professor Turo. Dun, dun, dun! Plot twist. I am an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. Dun, dun, dun! It was the original professor who failed to accurately judge his full power. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Short, put a stop to the time machine. I need to get a Pepe Divot emote for my Twitch. Destroy the AI. Out of here, you generative bastard. Meanwhile, this AI is like, no. Destroy the machine. It's only going to be wreaking havoc on things. Destroy it. I had a feeling. I had a feeling Nev was getting teased. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there. And it can then draw them back here to the present. Yes. This is true. Nev and Tingle are dating. Computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. You don't say, Nev. I couldn't tell. I just assume people are all as dense as me. I mean, that tracks. Your brain is about as dense as your body is with juice. What are you gonna do? Throw those little hands at me? Those little hands at in your little divots? You can barely even flap those little hands. What are you gonna do to me? But these Pokemon have gained a strange power due to their adaptations in the distant future. And this power has proved too terrible. Literally, like, this whole thing, this whole bit of past and present Pokemon is literally just talking about invasive species. About how taking a Pokemon or an animal out of its original habitat and putting it into a different one where it can do significantly better in, where it has an adaptation from a different one that make it significantly stronger than similar animals in another habitat, can mean that it would significantly outperform and outcompete the one that the animals and creatures in the new habitat. I literally only slept like maybe 4 hours last night and then went to work. Yeah. Jurassic Park? Honestly, kind of. Kind of. Jurassic Park, but with the robots. Well, actually, if we were in playing the Scarlet version, then it would be Jurassic Park, but with Pokemon. just with a time machine. Alright. Final boss battle time. Time to get our ass kicked. Well, hopefully our ass isn't the one getting kicked, and it's, well, the final boss. Oh yeah, talk to the professor. We need to use the professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Violet book. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. My battling abilities are peerless. I believe you can prevail. Alright. Yes, this fight can absolutely wreck your shit. I am well aware. Which is why I'm actually going to do something that I really should do more often for challenges like this, and actually reference what it is the Pokemon are coming. So first up we have Iron Moth, then there's Iron Bundle, and Iron Hands. So, Water, Psychic, and Rock. Those are going to be good choices. Iron Bundle. I know Electric is going to be... Wait a minute. I could just send out Annihilate for Delibird. I want to plan out how I want to combat this first. So, let me also see who has the highest special defense stat out of all of these people, out of my entire team. It is actually going to be... Oh, no. Please don't tell me it's actually... Oh, thank God, it's actually Chandelure. But that also prevents a problem. Chandelure doesn't have anything to easily take out Iron Moth. Also looking at it, I can definitely use... I can definitely use Annihilate also for Iron Thorns. I do not want to bring out this guy for that. Let me also double check the... Ooh, actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I have an idea. Yeah, it's not going to be clean, but I want to be able to give myself the best chance possible. Now, what I can do is something very evil. And that is... I'm gonna do something you normally don't want to do, and that is put an Ice-type Pokemon up at the front against a Fire-type. The reason being, Dragon will actually cancel out the Ice-type weakness to Fire, if I'm remembering my type matchups correctly. As such, combined with Baxcalibur's ability of thermal exchange to boost the attack, and given its slower speed than the Iron Moth, I can then hit it with a Glaive Rush and effectively take it out in one shot. The others I can then play by ear, because it's really that Iron Moth that is going to be the biggest problem. Iron Valiant is also probably going to be the next biggest problem. Every other one I can play by ear. Let's rock. Like, it's not gonna be clean, but if I can manage it to be clean, that is gonna be even better. What I'm doing here with Baxcalibur, I'm banking on him firing off. I'm banking on him firing off a fire type move. I'm banking on that. I'm banking on it. He didn't know. Fair enough. Fair enough. However, Baxcalibur was still the right pick. Has no downsides if it KOs. I can also just use high horsepower. Yes. Iron Thorns. Do I keep? Do I risk it? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not risking it. More so in general because it's a hard-hitting, usually neutral move. Yes. Iron Thorns, that is rock electric. Honestly, and given that it is a physical attacker, there is nothing you can realistically do to an Annihilate. As far as I'm concerned, maybe a paralysis, but yeah. Yes, it was definitely like a good idea. And given like Annihilate's natural bulk, Iron Bundle. Actually, I did want to keep this because two things. I have two options. There's Drain Punch and Thunder Punch. Yeah, because these guys are 700 BSC, I think? I think they're like 600. No, 500. They're at least 500. Let me also confirm. Double check. I do have them open up. 570. 570. I'm gonna risk another bulk up so I can get double. Okay, so this also confirms that Iron Bundle is faster than Annihilate, but I should be able to heal everything back up here. The opposing Iron Bundle fainted. Now, Iron Jugulus. You know what I'm gonna do? Because Iron Bundle already set up for me. The professor unwittingly set me up. The only downside is I could potentially get one shot there. Which I did not, thankfully. Oh my god. It survived. But look how much HP it has left. Alright, cloister time. I just realized that I'm the friend in the group that gets excited when I hear what I want. Living by a sliver. Exactly. Oh my god. Holy Christ. Flash cannon. Okay, Iron Jugulus is actually the one that is the problem. Iron Jugulus is the problem. So, I'm gonna have... This is where I'm gonna use Chandelure. Bank on that high special defense stat that I did double check on. To survive. Oh, oh, motherfucker. Oh, okay. Ay, that's... This is what I mean by it's not gonna be... This is what Maddie was like. It's like, this is not gonna be clean. Okay. Get flinched. I'm gonna sacrifice Chandelure. Annihilate probably is gonna be the best bet if it can outspeed it. This a Nuzlocke? Thankfully, no. Oh my god, that hurts. That fucking hurts. Iron Hands. Iron Hands. This is one I do want to have Frost Last Slot for, because this does mean I don't have to worry about any fighting type moves it has, which is Drain Punch. But Iron Head is the problem. Come on. Jesus Christ, that thing has a lot of HP. Jesus Christ. Fucking Christ. Water is for sure one. It's because of just how much HP that blasted thing has. I think Sinistcha will actually be the best bet. Yes. Okay. Can I survive anything from Iron Valiant? It has Poison Jab. Fuck. However, it is a physical. Okay. I am going to do something risky. I am going to use Strength Sap. Try to hope to hell. If Sinistcha can survive a single Poison Jab and then heal it up with Strength Sap while reducing its attack. Okay, that's actually even better. That's actually even better. Watch as I heal. Special attack fell... yeah. I cannot use Baxcalibur on this. I can't. If I do, I lose. We might just be free. We might be. There's no save switch here. You might just need to stall and wait for an opening. Yes. And this is actually why I'm now using just Strength Staff. Lower its attack as much as humanly possible while healing. This is why I have Strength Staff. What I realistically could be doing is weaving in Shadow Balls in between. But at the very least here, I'm not at risk of dying immediately. The reason I want to be using Shadow Balls is to bank on the potential special defense debuff. That's the goal. Actually, wait a minute. He wouldn't even be able to get a super effective hit in with Poison Jab anyway. Because even with Poison Jab being super effective against... Even with it being super effective against, say, Iron Grass type, Ghost type cancels out that weakness to begin with. And it makes it a neutral hit. The only other route I can see is letting Bax in for Glaive play. I'm just going to do that because it will gain a little bit of extra HP. Alright, we won. We won. We beat Iron Valiant. Oh. Now, y'all remember how some games like to do a 1-phase and a 2-phase boss fight? Yeah, this one does a 2-phaser. And the second phase is actually a fun part. Yes, now it's on to the fun part. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Nemona has a one-track mind. Oh, and would you look at that? 30 minutes on the dot. Who are you, really? Has finally been stopped. Security system failure. I could do the funniest thing, chat. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol. Yeah, when even the AI that you created is capable of going, no, we cannot have these Pokemon running amok, because it's basically just invasive species. You done fucked up. AI Turo disabled. Paradise protection enabled. Oh, there's like a cool little effect on the text box. You are challenged by the Paradise Protection Protocol. Miraidon. And here's the funny thing, Excalibur would not even be a bad choice into Miraidon. Also, notice how his hair is just manic now? Well, if you look at your Pokemon here, all of them are grayed out. Except for one. It is time. The boy. The sandwich boy. The music here just gives me chills. It's really good music. Rip and tear, buddy! And he gets his battle form back! Easily one of the coolest moments in any Pokemon game. Like, this is just plain cool, dude. It is. It definitely is. You know what? I'm gonna do Power Gem. By the power of friendship and sandwiches, we will beat you. Oh! I tried to do the Joe Swanson thing. Charge. Yeah, that's your hint. It's like, use Endure. It's literally like the game just screaming at you, use Endure, idiot! This fight's actually harder in Scarlet because both Koraidon have Dragon Pulse. Oh yeah. Can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. And then the game is screaming, use your Terror Orb. You cannot lose this battle. It's like set that your Miraidon will hold on when its HP gets really low. Yes. I actually did find that out in another playthrough as well. And I'm fine with that since you had to go through Valiant to get here. Yes. Iron Valiant is also a very strong Pokemon. It is either, you can set it up one of several ways. You can set it up as a mixed attacker, you can set it up as a special attacker, or a physical attacker. Literally, you have several ways of setting it up stat-wise. How very astounding. Ah, the AI professor's back. There's a reason it just barely avoided getting banned. Why was the reason it barely avoided getting banned? Like, its move pool and overall strength and stats, I can see why it would end up getting banned in the first place. But what allowed it to avoid getting banned is what I want to know. Cannot be put to a complete stop as long as I am here. Appears I myself am part of the system and ensures the machine reboots when stopped. What does it mean? Well, it means someone has to be removed from the equation. And they managed to do it in a way that actually allows them to, well, kill him off screen without effectively saying he died. Has to be my favorite rival in this game. Literally, everyone will say that. Everyone will agree that Arven is the best side character and rival in this game. Like, no joke. Everyone will say it. So you are totally right. Yes, he honestly might have one of the best in the franchise. Just overall. So the tier organizers actually had to debate over this. In a 7-6 split in favor of not banning, the reasoning was as follows. The strength Valiant offers isn't one specific set, but how many sets it can facilitate. Unless one set becomes overpowering, there's little reason to fully restrict it to Ubers. You specifically structured that statement. God damn it. This is another moment where it would be better if they had voice acting. And this is already a really good moment. Also, I didn't know so many people really liked Arven's story. Yes. Yes, a lot of people love Arven's story. Especially in the Pokemon community. Should I pull the curtain back about something, or do we want to save it for the grand finale of the DLC? Oh, that's the tough one. Do I even want to do the DLC? I can easily do Teal Mask. Teal Mask isn't hard. The one I'm concerned with is the Blueberry Academy. Because I'm not sure if this team is strong enough for double battles. I say that with Sinistcha. Then again, I can always just, like, train up the team off-screen between Teal Mask and Blueberry Academy to be all level 100. I theoretically could. Because I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna be talking about. I just haven't decided yet which way I'm gonna do things. I honestly might, if only just because it is overall important to the story. Okay, I'll save it then. I mean, besides, I've already started Teal Mask just to get Sinistcha and Chandelure. What's another DLC? I'm pretty sure I'm already halfway through the Teal Mask. Some people don't know of the bit. Yeah. I would not be surprised if some people don't, because not everybody played the DLC, and that little bit as well is just like a little bit of a side thing. It's like a little bit of an extra you can do. And this is after the fact that the Blueberry Academy DLC is probably the toughest Pokemon battling content on the PvE side of things since the Battle Frontier. Yes. Yes, okay, yeah, we're definitely thinking of the same thing. And if you want, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Literally had to go outside. Gen 9 fucks. Oh, yes. Gen 9 absolutely fucks. So when I went back and played this, I got flashbanged hard. Literally me and some buddies grabbed these games at midnight release day. Finished it the same weekend and just sat there stun-locked. The reason I say I fuck with Gen 9, warts and all. Same. The reason I fuck with Gen 9 is for the same reason that I fell in love with Cyberpunk 2077 on release day. On release. Even with all of the issues, even with all of the potential issues, the performance issues, any sort of glitches, which I personally never really experienced, the story was amazing. The characters were peak. I love Gen 8 for the customization and the Team EL as a punk metal fan. I honestly just wish Team EL had a bit more to do in Gen 8. And, like, did more than just being annoying little fucks. That's just my wish. I can probably just, like, cut through this part, like, really quickly, because this is just setting up the whole, tournament thing. Gen 8 is such a nothing burger of a plot, and fuck Dynamax. Honestly, I think, like, out of all of the gimmicks, none of them have really left as much of an impact as Mega Evolution has. And that's just because Mega Evolution as a concept is really cool. It's also actually balanced and interesting. Well, that too, because it's like, you can't use it without giving up the item slot of your Pokemon. And you can only do it once per battle. So you really needed to think about what Pokemon you wanted to have that stat boost on. Someone say Mega Evolution? Ho ho ho. You tread on dangerous ground. Yes, for reference, Al is Tingle Brother Tingle Time is Al. And he really likes Gen 6 because France and French. Oh my god, I forgot that Penny says this, but there's a bunch of anime I missed that I was just gonna binge. Does Fire Red technically count as playing Gen 1? I'm gonna say yes. If only just because it's like, it is a remake of Gen 1, just in like the Gen 3 format. Because it's like, all it really is just taking Gen 1 and giving it sort of like the graphical visual overhaul of Gen 3. Unlike Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where it completely overhauled a lot of things, changed the story massively, massively updated a bunch of character designs, and it's on top of the fact that it's introducing Mega Evolution into Hoenn. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, I think that is where I can call the stream. We've finished Pokemon, we've beaten that story, and so the next time I pick this up, it's going to be continuing on with the DLCs. And that is one where, once I get to the point where I can do the Blueberry Academy, I'm not just going to be, I'm not just going to be leveling up the Pokemon, I'm also going to be putting in effort to do EV and IV training stuff, to really give myself as much a potential opportunity to clear that DLC as possible. Let me know if you want help. Thankfully, the only hard part is going to be clearing EVs. Getting them is going to be a lot easier, because I am familiar with a couple of the spots to do EV training, so that's not going to be too hard. It's really just going to be clearing the EVs that is going to be the hard part. Reset Mochi. Oh, right! They made it easier with one of the DLCs, didn't they? Ooh, okay. Let me see who is also out here that would be available for a raid. Yeah, alternatively berries, which you might have. I might have a few. Ooh, there's actually somebody here that I've not really talked to much that I met through Devora's side of the community. And they're also a big Ghost fan. Like, the band Ghost. Rats. Yes. So yeah, next time I pick up Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Violet, I'm gonna do the finishing off the last, I think, last half of the Kitakami DLC. Unfortunately, Al, you did miss like half of it because I did have to go, because I did go in and grab Sinistcha and Chandelure, but but you might be able to catch it for the other half. Uh, but yeah, this is where I'm going to be leaving things off tonight. I will be back tomorrow. And thank you all to everybody who came on out tonight. It was honestly a pleasure. We did a lot of good work with Pokemon. We finished that off, that story, that amazing ass story. And yeah, honestly, it was just like a really fun time. I had a lot of fun tonight. Yeah. Hope everybody has a good rest of your night, good rest of your evening, a good rest of your day, and I shall catch you all next time. Bye bye!